A very cheerful good morning to respected dignitaries of the day, respected judges, and everybody present here. Before beginning, I would like to say something about politics. Politics, called as identity of a state. Politics, called as backbone of a state. Politics is an important factor that shapes the life of the people and the fate of the country. Politics is a connection that links the government with the people. With these lines, I am here today to speak on the very important topic, that is Maharashtra politics, crisis or opportunity in the government and governance. When I hear this topic, I remember in a 1959 speech, the former US President, Sir John F. Kennedy, has famously quoted, "The word crisis, when written in Chinese, consists of two parts, one representing opportunity and the other representing danger." When we talk about crisis that has emerged in politics, the first thought that hits our mind is the instability of the government. The thing that has got affected the most due to this instability is the economic growth. History tells us political instability ultimately leads to GDP fall. The example we can take here is the current situation that has arisen in our neighboring countries like Sri Lanka and Pakistan. According to IMF, that is International Monetary Fund, even a single change in cabinet can lower the GDP by 2.4%. The instability in the government leads to the reduction in the investment and ultimately affects capital accumulation. I think to prove this point, the example that we can take into consideration is the big ticket projects to other states like some mega projects like Tata Airbus project and Vedanta Foxconn project. You all would be surprised to know that a year after crisis, our Maharashtra growth rate has dropped from 9% to 6.8% in the financial year 22-23. And I think that was a huge drop down. As we all know, since the year 2019, our Maharashtra government is run by a three-party alliance. This is a big government leading to big cabinet. Such an excessively large government leads to cater the resources from private sector and be harmful to economic growth. So that was all about the economic consequences that we have faced. But the condition of politics is also not so good. Over the past few years, our Maharashtra's politicians have been in the news for all the wrong reasons. Alliances were formed to grab opportunities, but finally causes the split in the parties to fulfill personal ambitions. Maharashtra's politicians splitted the parties. Maharashtra's politicians finally splitted the parties and are alleged to have traded their political agendas for power. As we all know, our constitution prescribes that a government can be re-elected or changed after a span of 5 years. But if we look at today's scenario, 3 different governments have been formed in a span of just 3.5 years. Due to this repeatedly changing governments, the agendas are also getting changed, and this has seriously affected 13 million farmers of our state. And I think this is the most serious issue that we need to focus. But it is said that every problem has a solution. In the similar way, every crisis comes with an opportunity. Due to the formation of three-party alliance, the views of the largest section of the society is getting considered, and this caters to the wide strata of the society. The government is forced to focus on the development of weaker sections of the society, like Dalits, scheduled castes, tribes, and women in the society. Because of the crisis, there is split in the government, and this has caused the opportunities, and this has resulted in the emergence of new faces in the politics and has ultimately stopped nepotism. And I think that was a serious issue that we needed to focus on. Finally, I end my speech by just saying that we need to fight against the crisis, work on the opportunity to make our Maharashtra the best state. Finally, I thank everybody for patiently listening to me, and I'm greatly thankful to MIT for giving me this opportunity to speak here. Thank you so much.